So why are you leaving?
Well, 27 years later, look, I've had an amazing journey at Verizon. I started out working in retail stores, kind of worked my way up, did almost every job you can imagine in wireless. And about 3 years ago, I was running our wireless business, and about 3 years ago, I got a knock on the door from our chairman to have me come do something completely different. And it was all about standing up new businesses for Verizon. So there was no structure, there was no ideas, it was simply white paper, and we had to figure out what we were going to do to develop the future revenue for Verizon. And so I got this great opportunity to be exposed to the media world, Internet of Things, establishing global businesses. And also,
you realize there's life outside of wireless.
There is life outside of wireless. And I also had aspirations at some point in my journey to maybe do something different. And there was one other job at Verizon, and it became clear that that job potentially wasn't going to be mine. And so I thought, you know, I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to go do something different. So that's... I'm not telling you what I'm doing yet, but I am going to go do something different. I'll be with Verizon until the end of February, and then we'll see where it leads.
What's that decision process like when you know that you aren't getting the top job? Because I'm assuming that's what it was. It wasn't going back to the retail stores.
Right, yeah.
So what's that decision process like? What advice do you have for other people in the room who might have been or will be or are currently in that position?
Well, it's interesting. I talk to a lot of women and men across, all of Verizon, and then people that have been with companies for many, many years. And sometimes they forget that there's value in what they do. And so what I would tell people is, and Verizon has been an incredible experience for me, but take a risk. You're capable. There are things you can do. You can take your experience and apply that to other things. So you don't always have to stay for the security of what you know. Mm-hmm. Stepping out and being bold is it's scary at times, but it's also incredibly fun. If I wouldn't have done this other job that I've been doing for the last 3.5 years, I may not have as much courage and as I do today. But I would encourage everybody. You've got a skill. Comfortable is not a good place.
What about you're currently the highest ranking woman and have been for quite a while at Verizon. Does it concern you at all? Do you think about the fact that you're leaving a void?
Yeah, it does. I'm disappointed that we didn't make more progress in that space. It's something that I've worked very hard in partnership with the board and with the members of the executive team. The good news is I just we were able to get a chief strategy officer coming in who's a female. So there'll be 2 of us for a few months, and then we're going back to 1.
And then
so we've got more work to do. But Rima will be joining us in the November timeframe. But this is, something you've got to keep working at. And the way I always see this is that you can't start at the senior levels. You have to start at, the bottom and the middle of the organization to continue to groom women to be ready. And bringing men into that conversation is so incredibly important so that you have sponsorship when the right opportunities come along. So I would have liked to see more progress there, but I'm hopeful that the good work will continue.